And we've returned for the second to last game of today's broadcast. It's Team Empire in what will be an Empire doubleheader. First they play HellRaisers, then they get to play Na'Vi. So a big CIS showdown in store for you later today. But first, well, they'll tackle the new and I guess I would say rather struggling squad of art styles. He's not really looked impressive for his team the few games I've seen him, and with that, of course, I'm LD, I should mention, and I'm joined here today by Blaze. Blaze, HellRaisers, have you seen much of them? Because every time I've cast them, they have just gotten rocked by the opposition.
I've seen plenty, and unfortunately, I really haven't liked what I've seen so far. We'll see if they can kind of get it together a little bit, but I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily say that any of the players are necessarily weak links. It's just that every strategy that they seem to try to implement seems very unstable. Like, it relies on a lot of things working all at once, and if one card falls, then the entire house crumbles. So, I don't know. I kind of feel like they stack too much into one mentality or another, and they just get rocked by a couple of basic fundamental things. So maybe that'll work out for them this time. Maybe they'll shift it up a little bit in their strategies, but at least for the moment, I would give my edge to Team Empire. But we'll see. Right now, they start off with the Lycan and the Puck on the dire side, so a lot of value and merit to their ability to control the Roche Pit here. But Ancient Apparition, if he does hit level 6 early enough, might be able to nullify that to some degree.
Yeah, that's definitely true. They get some vision for the Pit. The Void was banned out in the second phase, though, so we're not going to see any perfect combination for the Ancient Apparition Ultimate as of yet. Batrider also removed by HellRaisers. That's normally a common partner for AA, at least it used to be. As far as carries go, there's, well, one we don't really see anymore in Morphling, who I like a lot with Ancient Apparition. Just shotgun them, and then the Ice Blast can finish the job. But they go a different route here. HellRaisers will go for a Mirana. Empire getting some minus armor for the Roche Pit. And a lineup that can take him down very quickly. The one hero that's out there that we normally have been seeing get picked is a Viper. And I'm wondering if that's something Empire consider just to kind of solidify their lanes. They could run this as an off-lane puck, but we'll see what direction they want to take the draft.
Yeah, I think the Viper's really good against Skywrath and Ancient Apparition in general. Obviously, one of the latter three heroes they just picked up has to be a core, so we're not going to be seeing the perhaps roaming support Mirana once again, but still, I mean, there's a lot of value to her playing in a core role as well, and the arrow is another way to invade the pit, see it, and scout it, and try to do something about it, but we'll see. Empire did run the Templar Assassin pretty recently as far as a hero that'll work well in the pit, but because they're up against the Razor, the matchup's not ideal, and right now they're just going to reinforce with supports. Bane, I'm not really the biggest fan of in this particular game. I mean, there's silence, there's arrows, and there's not a really great grip target. Like, there's not a hero that immediately goes BKB and you just shut him down, but I don't know. That's just my personal perspective.
Yeah, I agree. And, you know, gripping a hero like Razor can often, I mean, that's probably the main one you'd consider, but he's very tanky, and that can easily backfire where if he's got his ult going, he'll just end up bringing you down to half health and then finish you off with a few right clicks. So I'm with you there for sure. And as for HellRaisers, they still don't have a great initiator this game. They banned out Centaur, Sand King's removed, Void's removed, there's Tide, but yeah, Tide wouldn't be too bad, I guess, but they don't really have a hero to start fights right now. Nor do they have that beefy frontliner. Yeah, Brew removed, I was thinking. Doom is out there as well, so I'm thinking that they need to go for something that enables these fights. Unless they have a totally unusual strat planned, which, well, I mean, there's always heroes like Nature's Prophet out there if you want to kind of play spread the map Dota.
Sure.
Let's see what they do. TA was banned by Empire, actually.
Okay.
That was not something I expected.
Well, I mean, there's merits to every hero pickup on both sides, but I think, yeah, the TA would have been stronger on the dire side in general, but if they'd want to worry about the Lycan's physical HP, if they want to go for a BKB build on the Lycanthrope, then the best way to do that would be to take physical damage off the table. So they already took out the Faceless Void, which is pretty important just to not get chronoed, but if they want this Lycan to be really unkillable, the BKB route is going to be great for him, and Templar Assassin might have had enough mobility as well as burst physical damage to make that an issue. Not the most expected ban, but nevertheless, one that we'll see here. Wraith King is going to be picked up in his stead. Art Style's been running that quite frequently in an aggressive sense. Generally, an aggressive tri-lane will come out. And I think, yeah, he's going to be tri-laning with the Ancient Apparition and potentially the Mirana as well. I mean, they're just so great together, those three heroes, that I could really see them putting out a lot of pressure against the Lycan here.
Yeah, they'll need to put out pressure against the Lycan because they're pretty single target heavy. It's very snowball oriented draft. You've got a lot of heroes that don't do much against BKBs later on this HellRaiser side. The only thing they really have is the chance to shatter from Ancient Apparition's ultimate. There's Razor ult, but they don't have too much lockdown. And oh, let me fix my overlay real quickly. Yeah, we're going in game now. There we go. We'll have a pause. And it's actually Empire takes the Nature's Prophet. I thought it might be something HR consider just to apply a ton of pressure early, but yeah, I'm feeling like HR pretty weak against the BKBs. And if it's something that Empire want to go for, they'll have to just kill off the supporting cast, because they're not really going to be able to run down a Lycanthrope with a BKB, or potentially even a Nature's Prophet if Mag goes for one later on this game. And with that, Empire on the dire side, they do have a level 1 Roche potential here with the Prophet and the Lycan, but we'll see if they want to go for something like that. If they do, they'll be smoking right away, but no items picked up just yet, so we'll have to see. And it's something that you expect HR should most likely be scouting. And with that, we can run through our drafts real quickly. So, the legend from TI1, Artstyle himself, walked away from Na'Vi, didn't give them their cut of the prize money. Then they went to the Grand Finals 2 more years in a row. He didn't make it back to TI, but yeah, he'll be on the Wraithkin. You've got Immune, will be on the Ancient Apparition. Dubas playing the Marana Dread, your Razor, and that leaves Yoki as the Skywrath Mage. This is a squad with a lot of fans in CIS. I was talking to some of the Starladder guys, and apparently HR is the most popular team in Russia and Ukraine after Na'Vi. So they're only behind Na'Vi. They're more popular than Empire, more popular than VP amongst the Russian fans, but despite that, don't really have the results to back it up so far. And on the dire side, Silent on Lycan, Always Want to Fly will be taking up the Bane. Solo handles your Venge. That puts Resolution onto your solo mid-puck. And then last but not least, Mag, going to the offlane as the Nature's Prophet.
Yep. So, I mean, obviously a lot of potential here for just in general early movement across the map. The global Nature's Prophet is going to be able to put out some nice early pressure. I'm curious if he's actually going to go for like that null tally startup to really put pressure onto the 4 versus 3 circumstance, because whenever you have a Nature's Prophet in that try versus try environment, he's always going to try to join in on it, try to contribute as best he can, and a couple of extra right clicks, and Ancient Apparition is a hero in particular that will drop quickly, and he's also the one they want to take down in the fights most frequently, because if he doesn't get experience from kills and he's splitting it 3 ways because of the tri lane, he's going to have a very delayed level 6, which bodes pretty well for your follow-up push. So we'll see. I think the key is to bring down the Ancient Apparition as many times as possible in the early stage, and Empire certainly have the heroes to do just that if they're dueling properly.
Definitely. They've got a lot of... HellRaisers also have a lot of kill potential here, but the thing I'm most excited about is going to be the solo mid Skywrath Mage. It's something that Dendy's done on occasion. I know Merlini's a huge believer in it, although mostly he just loves playing it in pubs more than anything. I haven't really seen Zephyr run the Skywrath too often as a core. But yeah, Yoki is going to be taking that mid, and it's a hero that can cause Puck a lot of... Well, honestly, most intelligence heroes that are fairly squishy and lanes well in general, but especially against the squishy hero that relies on spells like Puck. This is a matchup that can quickly fall apart for Resolution if he misplays. So I'm looking forward to seeing if Yoki can take advantage of that. For now, it's going to be try on try top lane, and the Lycan is getting bullied already. Right clicks from Dubas doing some work. Silent, even with the Stout Shield, still being harassed heavily. Of course, there's always the X Factor. That's going to be Mag on the Nature's Prophet, who... I think he... Did he pull a wave around behind the tower, it looks like? Or... oh, no, sorry. It was... No, Dread's now pulling his own creeps back. But yeah, there's something funky going on in this bottom lane. He might have used the illusions to pull the wave around. Because I saw Dread fight his creep wave all the way back here and hadn't gone for a pull yet.
Mm-hmm. So, as far as this mid matchup goes, Resolution is actually really well suited for it. Like, obviously, like we're talking, Skywrath has a lot of potential, but the main thing that he does is, generally speaking, start off with that Null Talisman and use his entire first pool of mana for just Arcane Bolt harassment. But Resolution is able to, every time he casts it, because it's a 5-second cooldown on Arcane Bolt, he's able to use that 6-second cooldown Phase Shift, essentially. And he, along with that, picked up a Magic Stick to start and this Healing Salve. Like, he got it out on the court as soon as he saw the matchup, because he obviously had his suspicions. So I'm positive that Resolution knows how to manage this matchup, and I honestly think that he's going to pull extremely far ahead as a result.
We'll see. There's always the silence, and that will prevent your phase shifts, but unless there's a rune in play, they'll need some rotations to lock him down after the initial silence. And they do have a good roaming hero in the Marana, but that leaves them a bit vulnerable top lane for the the initiation, most likely onto the Ancient Apparition. And meanwhile, top lane still looking for that opening to go in. Now the wave pushes a bit against them, making it harder to engage. Always want to fly, trading blows with the Ancient Apparition. And so far, so good for the solos of Empire. 6-2 on the puck, 5-0 on the, and now 8-2 on the puck. Gets 2 right. In fact, goes in on Yoki. Has no points in the silence. Won't get a kill here, but nearly finishes him off. And that's another way to fight Skywrath, is if you put him too low to fight. And he's got to run then. Oh, he's going in again. Orb. Not going to connect. He could die for 2 auto attacks. Doesn't want to risk it.
That would be a huge commitment, though.
Oh, he took some tower shots. He was extremely low.
So, yeah, I'm not sure about that last play from Resolution. Up to this point, he's been playing the lineup really well, but now Yoki has a kind of resurgence.
As soon as he phases, there's a concussive. Might be able to go in for this. No, he sticks up. Auto attacks. Oh, Yoki. He hesitated for that last auto attack, but still got the first blood. Resolution. You mentioned the phase shift. The issue there is then there's a follow-up nuke, and now top lane art style called out. He'll throw out a stun and then tries to retreat, but the Lycan bonus damage gets them the first kill of the try-on-try. And with HAL damage working for Empire here, they'll be able to turn this one around. Immune. He scatters to the north, but he'll end up going down. The Mirana survives. They do force the Nature's Prophet to come this way, and that will free up the bottom lane for Dread, but Empire getting the better end of the exchange otherwise at that top lane.
Yeah. We're going to see TP in from Yoki. He wants to come back in with that bottle, with that null tally, and use the mana immediately. He bottle sips while he's getting fountain regen, and he's spamming Arcane Bolts all the while. Resolution taking a ton of damage here. Will dodge out that Arcane Bolt, but he's actually not feeling confident going for this rune. He's kind of going...
silent. He's dead again. Resolution's in a lot of trouble here. Phase shift. Oh, nuke. Well, maybe not dead, but definitely off the lane now. And struggling mightily. As they will look for always want to fly top lane. Chilling touch is applied, and always want to fly gets caught out. Defensively sleeps, tries to turn, but with the cold feet there, he'll end up going down. Still with the HAL damage going in favor of Empire. They continue to trade. Now Mag comes in and applies auto attacks under art style, and body block, not enough. Dubas leaps just as the stun licks his tail, and he'll barely make it out. It's just not a fair fight top. It looks like an okay trade, and then suddenly, Prophet arrives.
Yeah.
Second time now he's been involved in a fight there.
Now he's TPing bottom with the phase boots active, trying to get a little bit more 1v1 time with Dread. He's actually going to lose out as far as CS goes on this lane pretty hard. He's been linked multiple times, and obviously he's been away for a little bit. But the benefits that he's giving the top lane, I think, balance that out pretty well, so that even though Dread will get some good early farm, it won't be something that they can't manage. And he's actually going to get a regen.
The damage on the Resolution. One more auto attack would be enough. He's salves and manages to dodge. Then he goes back in with the orb, but Yoki will dodge that one. Still chasing. Yoki so low on the armor. Needs to bottle sip. Needs to bottle sip. Will do it now. And he will make his way out of this, but this is a battle of glass cannons here in the mid lane. Like, they're both so squishy. God damn.
Yeah, Resolution's going to wait for the courier to come out, give him his bottle, and then get the regen rune that was scouted out there by Nature's Prophet. In the meantime, a flank comes in on the top lane.
Looking for the wraparound. They'll throw out a Wave of Terror, and look at the damage onto Immune. He's got -1 armor just from that Wave of Terror. Heads to the north. They'll get the first kill on the Lycan, but once again, the Ancient Apparition dies. He's just had a struggle this game. Art style tangoing out of that Sprout as Mag once again joins the tri-lane. Dread might want to consider carrying a TP scroll, considering all the activity there. Now Mag will go back bottom. And Dread one step ahead of him, already having hit level 6. He's even leveled up Static Link, which isn't going to help you too much when there's nobody to lane against. He's put it all the way to level 3. Kind of interesting to see that build, considering, like, there's been no one in this lane for at least 2.5 minutes.
It's true, but I mean, he's not going to be just plasma fielding the waves for the most part, and once he gets a little bit tankier, he's really going to benefit from that, especially against the Lycan. Like, if you just sap the Lycan's damage, the fact that he has crit and low base attack
mid lane, Resolution, caught out by Art Style. The stun's there, the follow-up slow, now the silence and the nukes. Easy kill on the puck. Resolution's getting shut down hard right now.
I was going to fly waste a decent bit of mana here on the Nightmare. It doesn't do anything. In fact, he's going to go down.
Yeah, there's a silence to follow this up. No mana for the Mystic Flare, but one more nuke is all they need. Then Solo comes in. He looks for the Art Style kill. He may end up getting 2. Yeah, there's your stun. Prophet joining this with a... Yeah, that's going to be the death of Yoki. Retaliation from Empire. CIS DOTA at its finest.
Exactly.
2.5 kills a minute. 2.5 kills a minute, please.
But better be more. Blood just flowing in the river, and I'm expecting Dread to start rotating pretty soon. He's at level 7. He's got 2-3-2 build. Pretty interesting there.
Solo.
There are a lot of single target spells to proc the passive on.
Solo goes in, gets the point blank stun on Immune. He dodged the arrow that was coming. And they'll get the kill. Dubas, without the arrow connecting, can't really follow this up to counter-initiate. And Silent will get some much-needed gold and experience. As to see that, now Resolution again mid! Killed off by Yoki! It's so many deaths for a Resolution puck. 3 already. And once you start to feed against the Scarth Mage as a puck, it just doesn't stop. Very hard to come back in this matchup.
He itemized well. He seemed to show that he knew the matchup to a degree, but he made one mistake, and it's just snowballing against him. But now the stun onto Silent.
You can follow this up with auto attacks. They'll throw out a nice vortex, but Silent's fairly tanky, and they'll have to commit a leap. Still getting the kill. And they'll make it out safely. No one from Empire was there to retaliate. And I do want to point out that all this fighting was happy without Dread, and as you would expect with an empty lane bottom, he is free-farming. 42 CS, 13 denies, already up to 1200 gold. If he wants to build a mech after the Sequila, he's really not far off, and I am curious to see his item selection here.
Oh, it's gonna fly.
Now the arrow to follow up on always want to fly. But he brain saps, and he looks to turn this one. Silent charging forward. They'll sleep up the Apparition. Now the Prophet ultimate. Big damage from that. They're just going to have to sack the Apparition. His 4th death of this game, I put 5th death, actually. They swap in another. They'll kill off the Marana for this. And there's no trade in sight. Even the Scarth Mage went down while that was all happening. The puck kills him off mid lane. With support in tow for Meg.
Yeah, and that's
literally too many kills to catch them all at once. We need direct or a split cam for this, man. Multi-cam required.
But the reason the top lane went so well just now for Empire is because of the roam from solo. He went in the mid, he got that double kill, and that double gave him a level 6 way before anybody else on the top lane. So getting that swap out, obviously setting up the magic missile after the leap, and yeah, that was what really turned. Like, this has been a wash, this has been chaos, this has been back and forth, but now I believe that Empire really have a good spot in this top lane here. Silence up to level 6, he's got the shapeshift, and there's a lot of potential damage coming out from that. But beyond that, Mag, of course, just farming away, trying to get Midas, I believe, on top of the next cooldown of his Wrath of Nature.
This Resolution with an Invisor heading towards bottom. They're also bringing the Nature's Prophet. No ultimate for a little while. Dread, he's already bought his mech components. Doesn't have them yet, though. They've got a coil in 10 seconds. If he TP'd out now, he'd make it out, but he doesn't know. And he's actually going back in on Mag. He's got to know that there's more heroes here. Yeah, now the Orb, the nuke. He's figured it out. He's got a salve, though. Oh, Sprout. Sprout to prevent this. He did pop his salve and a stick. He still ends up going down. Wraith King, meanwhile, getting the counter kills. Artstyle chases Resolution, but no way you get that kill against Phase Shift. In fact, Resolution wants to go back in. Artstyle does have his ult, but it will be forced to proc it. Now the coil on 2. Resolution waiting for the orb. He orbs across. The Wraith King slow. And still gets slowed. Now the magic missile dodged by a Dubas blink out. Arrow clipping Resolution, but it's a point blank arrow. Doesn't do too much. Now Solo swapping himself the other direction as the Scarth Mage is in pursuit. Another stun, another kill. I think he even tried to smoke dodge that, but that's a wah 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 kind of moment for him as Empire will take this opportunity to push in the top lane. Chaos everywhere, man. Yeah, and meanwhile, they just cold feet to the creep top lane. What's in the water today in CIS?
We need some of those call guy sound effects right there.
Yeah, I need a soundboard.
There you go. But Dread's doing probably the best of anyone right now. If we look at net worth, obviously he's 3rd, but the fact that he's progressing towards the mechanism is going to be the highest impact pickup that he can get at this stage in the game. I mean, obviously, moving towards Vlad's is great for Lycan, and he does have the treads for a little bit of extra beef to him, but I think the mech is going to be huge for these big skirmishes, and now that he's actually getting involved and has the max plasma field, he can really start bringing the hurt. So obviously Empire, they're leading by 3 kills, and I think they're in general have been moving across the map a little bit better, but that fed Skywrath Mage is going to get pretty huge, and they're going to have to be very particular about trying to bring him down.
There was a swap and a stun in on the bottom lane. Artstyle stunning the Venge. Will try to retreat. No ult, though. He'll go down rather easily. This reacts for HR with a double. Oh, Yoki mid lane. Diving in, but he got silenced first. Now coiled and turned against. As Resolution goes in, he broke the coil. Panics. Tries to go to the high ground. Ends up going down. Resolution was ready for that. Meanwhile, top. Silent dropping low, but can't finish him off. Dread unable to get that kill.
Really big kill in the Skywrath Mage there. Hasterin, you think he's immortal, but the Dream Coil, obviously the hard counter. And yeah, they're going to just take that with the Aura to push. 3 points of Vengeance Aura, the Tier 1 tower dropping quickly. And yeah, with Fury in here, they guarantee it. But the Arrow.
Arrow into Mag. Now Artstyle TP'd in. He's insta-gipped nearly. His stick's up. Tries to at least get off a stun. It's a total feed from Artstyle.
Ice Blast. He just hit level 6.
Ice Blast only hitting. Actually hit 2, but Not much to follow this one up for now. Where's that Scarith Mage? He's been fed early. You'd like to see him getting more involved in these fights, but he's spending time at the well. With all those early kills comes a lot of time dead when you do drop. And now, threw out the concussive shot, but it wasn't on Solo, which is who he's searching for. Plasma Field on 2, Solo will drop. Resolution, does he really go into this? He orbed forward. They might be able to punish him on the way out. As the ultimate from the Scarith Mage, just enough with the phase shift to dodge that. Just needs a few more nukes to kill him off. He'll be in range for one more Arcane Bolt. The silence is there, so Resolution can't jaunt to this.
But he's got the blink.
It's enough. It's enough. The Courier didn't deliver his blink in time, and he can't make it out in the end.
If that Courier was just a tiny bit faster, that he wouldn't have blink on cooldown because it wasn't on him when he was most recently taking damage. He would have blinked, the silence would have wore off, and he would have been able to phase shift the last Arcane Bolt. Maybe an AA snipe, but that just adds to the intensity. But poor little Red Hoof can't get out there fast enough, and he just have a bloodbath on our hands, man. 17 and 13, a 30-kill game. There's not even room for analysis. It's chaos.
There's no logic in this one, just pure rage and aggression from both teams. Now it's Empire's turn to head bottom. They're smoked up. Solo and Always Want to Fly. They've got the Fiend Script skilled, but currently not able to use it. It's cooling down, and Solo will just wait with his buddy here. They'll have it in 15, and out at the same time, HR make their move. But they have more pressure on them to connect with these ganks, and they need a silence here to make this an easy kill. Can't do it. Resolution's too quick, silences, blinks out, and lives to tell the tale. They really needed Yoki to be there. And after a powerful start from the Scarith Mage, Yoki has fallen behind rather quickly. 3,500 net worth, and this is really the issue with Scarith in general. It doesn't flash farm, and very, very quick for the lane stage to fall apart. Blake coil on 2. Now that's snapped by both of HR, but they use the mech to keep themselves alive for now. Sticking up, Dread will retreat. Immune to the south. Swap back in. Yeah, he's done for. Fiend Script still available. Reserving it for a bigger target. That'll be Dubas. Maybe could have gone for Dread, but the Mystic Flare punishes that hold. As the puck orbs in again. Still diving Dread. Where's the ult? Where's any sort of retaliation? He's got nothing. Mag! TP'd in. That's a full RTK TP. He's punished for his aggression with a quick kill going against him. Empire. The one hero who's not here is Silent. He's conserving his strength and trying to build up towards late game. Farming away in the jungles, the Lycanthrope.
I feel like Mag held back there. Why not just go to the fountain and make it easy on yourself? Jeez, that TP. But, man.
He realized his mistake as soon as he TP'd in. He immediately tried to TP back out, but, the damage was done.
I immediately regret my decision, unfortunately. Oh, nice Ice Blast. I actually like this. The Lycan's been off the map for a decent amount of time. Actually went for a Midas here, farming back quite a bit. And no medallion as far as I can tell. So yeah, there was a real possibility of him going for the Roche, and that was a smart Ice Blast. But in the end, nothing comes of it, and now Solo and Always Want to Fly go for some dewarding play. Like, even the ward wars are intense. I don't even know.
Oh, that leap, that's going to get him killed now. He's trapped to the Sprout. Auto attacks are there. The follow-up comes through. Solo can swap. Didn't swap. Now he's okay. Has level 2 swap already. What the hell, man? We're 15 minutes. I know. It's freaking 15 minutes in. How the hell is the support bench already level 11? Solo's now trying to retreat out. The Ice Blast connected on everyone. That's only level 1 though, and Solo with an Urn Charge ready to go, probably making his way out. Plasma Field in 3, but the nice Sprout, not that nice of a Sprout. It was an kind of Sprout, but it's enough for Solo. With Phase Boots online, now the backstab. The trap is Sprout as Resolution breaks in. Silencing 2, killing off the Scarith Mage, who snapped the coil on the way out. Now they grip Dread. It's all 5 bottom for Empire. Even Silent deigns to join this fight, and Plasma Field Mech getting one more kill, perhaps. Always Want to Fly, barely living. Will survive.
One of the Plasma Field takes it. Always Want to Fly will walk away unless he gets sniped by AA. Oh, it's always got to be something we look for at this point, but man, this game is so freaking insane. Everything, just non-stop. The short cooldown ultimates, the deaths all across the board, and I mean, obviously, you said it, the Vengeful Spirit being level 11 in 15 minutes as a tri-lane support really defines how this game has been progressing. The Ice Blast is not cast just yet. Immune needs to throw it into the pit soon. There it is, and Arrow will connect just on a creep though.
And they definitely have the Roche lineup. HellRaisers, they'll have to just walk in, but they have no Wraith King ult for this. No ultimate on the Razor up either, and Roche is dropping too quickly. They try to go in at the wrong time. Solo with the level 2 swap will again try to punish mispositioning as Resolution blinks in again with the Silent Sun 2. The orb was there as well, and now he can begin pursuit. Dubas slept for a time as they chase out Immune. He's not getting out. Mag will finish him off, so we return to the other end of the engagement where Dubas has leaped up onto a hill, tries to retreat. Resolution orbing down to the low ground, still alive. Art style, barely living for a time. Resolution finish him off. Now coils Yoki, who has nowhere to go but back to the well. Munched on by Silent, will be finished off. 3 dead. It's about to be 4. Empire starting to pull away with this game as they orb on the Dread. Can he TP out? Can he TP out? Oh, so close. Barely makes it. Lives on about 100 HP.
Magic stick. Who needs that? He did the math. He knew what was going on. No crits. Oh, jeez. Silent's going to push down bottom, enabling them to take this tier 2. And if they get this kind of gold team-wide, like there's no coming back for HellRaisers. They've already engaged so much for just every single fight here. And the gold advantage from one more tower would be enough to tip them over the edge. We already see a 15k gold advantage. And, you know, in a passive farming game, that might be something that can be come back from. But because it's constant fighting, the item variance is just pronounced every single time. So we do see there's going to be TP action, and there might be...
Arrow! Caught up Meg! Dubas! Beautiful arrow. The follow-ups there from the HF personal. Didn't need it, but Immune will secure the kill. Meanwhile, top lane, the puck got caught out by Yoki and able to get a solo kill against that puck. Surprised to see Resolution get caught out as Yoki is really starting to fall behind, but no force staff, no way in on the puck. Still manages to jump him and find the kill. So they get 2 quick kills, but they're not killing the Lycan, who continues to free farm. He's got the Midas complete for a while now, and now the book 3 begins. He's already picked up the first one.
And Furion's got book 3. He actually didn't lose any gold on that last death because he was able to buy both recipes right before he fell. So they can push so damn hard. Vlad's plus book 1 plus book 3. The towers cannot possibly live unless HR can test. And even the Ice Blast isn't enough against those kinds of units. They will get another Sentry Ward down. Observer Ward's dropping pretty quickly. But Blink Daggers. One on the Vengeful Spirit for those super swaps. And then, as well as Skywrath Mage to get in position for the puck more instantaneously.
They're going to look to defend the bottom lane. They've sent the puck there, while meanwhile they push in mid. And just this look at the tower damage. Empire bringing that one down in a matter of seconds. With the double book as well, Archstyle's going to struggle for mana this game. Don't expect this Wraith King to get to use Reincarnation too often. He'll have to reserve Stick Charges to have a shot. And with that tower down, they'll rotate towards top. The rest of the team backing off. Yeah, it's not just the books, it's also a level 4 Vengeance Art. It's ridiculous damage coming out from Empire.
I don't know, man. This is just...
It's been a fun ride for HR, and they've gotten a lot of nice kills, but their economy is just in shambles as... oh, Puck dies again. It's a Blink Dagger on Yoki that he picked up earlier. Blinked in, silenced him, and just finished him off from there.
Yeah, but Venge
first
wants
miss kill of the game.
Vengeance. She's going to get silenced. The Blink right on top. She really wanted to make sure that the Magic Missile could not be disjointed, but in the end, he gets the silence off. It's a quick draw, and he has a faster cast animation.
Well, they'll use Moonlight Shadow, but it takes them just so long to get anywhere. Maybe they find Solo. Oh, yeah, he's walking right towards... Oh, he'll juke away from the arrow. He's got the Blink anyway. And the Concussive shot...
That won't be disjointed.
Doesn't matter, though. He's too far out. They can't go in for him anymore, and... Well, space created for Silent top lane, who confidently moves in. He'll howl and force Archstyle off the wave. Yeah, the gold lead is becoming a little ridiculous, though, for Empire. It's 20k nearly now. And only one outer... Or actually 2 outer towers remaining, but not for long against the Lycan Prophet.
So, right now, they're just going to be kind of going for a group collaboration. Roche respawn is going to be a long one, compared, like, as far as just in general, like, the tempo of this game is... So it's not really a decisive aspect after that first one. Obviously, they still have the Aegis up on Lycan, but I really don't think the Roche number 2 will matter. I think the game will be defined by that point, yeah, which is not something I often say with a Lycan lineup, but Empire, the tempo is just extremely high.
They know exactly where HR are. They smoked all the way near the Roche pit, near the tier 1 mid, and now they're wrapping around towards the top lane. They bring in the Prophet as well. They're going to jump on Archstar with a feed script here, and the mana burn from the Necro Books. I don't even know if he gets to reincarnate. Oh, he barely managed to have the mana for it. Always Immune, not so lucky, though. He'll be brought down. Back comes the Wraith King for a second release on life. They'll kill off Silent. Unfortunately, he's got the Aegis, so now they gotta run the hell away. Resolution on the chase, blinking forward for Dread, slowed down by a concussive shot, still orbing in again, but starting to take a lot of damage from this Razor ultimate, while on the other side of the engagement, Yoki is pursued out, Solo diving deep for this, the Puck still living for a time, well, actually ends up living, they kill off Dread. Yoki, another concussive shot, finishes off the Venge with the follow-up nuke, and now Always Want to Fly blinks in. They've lost 3. They might lose 4. They also lost their Wraith King ult, and all they got was a Lycan Aegis and a Venge in exchange.
The big thing in that skirmish was the fact that the Ice Blast did not connect on anyone. It was actually a really awesome swap coming in from the Venge. Solo swapped right before the Ice Blast second active was cast, and he actually made it a point-blank one, which had the tiniest radius. Now they go in.
Well, suddenly they try to... that Ice Blast, just off the mark as well. Mystic Flare, Resolution, he'll Yules himself up in the air after phase shifting to dodge some of that damage. This will keep him alive for now. Always Want to Fly on the retreat. As a Blink Dagger, because they're Eddie. No, there's no way hell he gets out safely. HR, they see nothing but red. They just see kills wherever they move. They almost know they don't have a chance of getting these lanes pushed out, but they're just happy to collect whatever gold they can in the meantime.
Yeah. One thing to note is that despite the most active game...
Not done yet. Not done yet. Do they jump in? Yeah, Coil and Art Style. He doesn't have ult this time. Orbing forward, Resolution will dodge away from the stun, and now Yoki's pursued out. And Razor stealing a lot of silence damage. There's a blanket for the Veg. Stun to jam it home, killing off the Wraith King. Still chasing Dread during this time, but he's stolen quite a bit. Well, actually not that much. Plus 93, but... Oh, is he going to kill off the Necrobook? Dread, stop! It's Immune who saves him from the Necrobook. Would have killed himself on it otherwise. As Yoki jumps in, he finishes off Solo with the Mystic Flare. 22 to 32, your score. Well over the 2 kills per minute mark. We're closing in on 3. And they'll even collect a little extra gold here, killing off the ranged Necrobook. But Empire are still pushing in all the lanes. They now have a 25k gold lead. The BKBs start to come out, and this is where HR will really have trouble.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is the item builds are allowing them to cement their advantage. They went for, despite this being the fastest game that you can think of, 2 Midases, one on Mag as well as one on Silent. They're building up their gold long term, and Immune looks to be in a bad spot.
They trapped him in. Resolution will finish him off. The trades there from Dupas finds the arrow again. Man, he's been on point. If only they had a little more farm to back up this fantastic Mirana play. And now Moonlight Shadow will look to jump in, but it's too late. Everybody has retreated out, aside from Magu. Happily pushes in the top lane.
Yeah, and at this point, it just comes down to who has the most HP. Like, the Days Prophet just rushes out of BKB after Necro because there's so much damage, disable flying out. You need to live against the Skywrath, and it's an easy way to do so. He's actually going to TP down bottom, try to go for a gank on Dread.
Dread, with his ultimate, is trying to duke it out with Mag. Silent, though, charges in. He's not having his damage stolen this time, so the Lycan's going to get hit hard, and he's going to hit fast. Dread, driven off. Coil will finish him. They lose the Razor to start the fight, and they caught more. Ancient Apparition melting. The third hero falls. They swarm him and overrun him, and Empire seem well on their way to a 3-3 record, and Starladder, you're up play if they keep this up. They're just getting too much damage at this point. This is before the Silent BKB. I don't even know if we'll need it, but yeah, they're getting to that point, man. They can just end this game soon, it seems. One good push. It might come with some bloodshed. HR, buybacks at the ready. They'll not give this one up easily.
If it didn't.
Yeah, but they're going to start pushing in. Silence here. Swap. Oh, they swapped him in. They got Art Style. He's got his ult ready, though. Oh, Fiend Script ends. Sticks up. Oh, now procs 3 Incarnate. And they can go on him again in a moment. He gets sprouted, held in position. He throws out a stun onto Always Want to Fly, but it's a futile effort. Still going down in the end. As Dubots tanks Avenge Stun, not able to leap away from that one quickly enough. The H Apparition, throw it up in the air, drop back down, and just dies within half a second to auto attacks. Arrow? No, phase shift dodging that as well. Resolution still on point as they leap in on the south side of the base. HR trying to hold the line. Dread stealing a decent amount of damage here. Sprout could turn this against him.
With Enfeeble, he still only hits for 100, even after all that Link.
Yeah, his Link is still in 140 damage, and he's still hitting for only 100. And they'll take their first lane of Rex. It's probably going to be 2 for Empire. A topsy-turvy start to this game, but it's just been all Empire all the way for the past 15 minutes. Even when they trade kills, they get more gold, they get Roche, they get towers, and they get objectives in general. Now they swap into Yoki, but he'll blink out quickly. They'll fight to the bitter end. It will be a bitter one, and it will be an end soon enough. As Puck Yulesy himself up in the air, tries to hang on, Mystic Flare, still gets Resolution. Can't live, can't run from that. Art Style will be killed off. Silent will now dive the well. I mean, why the hell not, really? You might as well commit fully. Never go half Russian Dota. Only full or nothing.
Full Divide. That's what you gotta go. But, yeah, right now we've got... The one really funny thing about Empire's lineup and how they've just triumphed here is they don't even have a mechanism. They've had the mech disadvantage for every fight, but it's so chaotic, it's so spread, that you're never going to see more than a 2-man mech from the Razor anyway, so it's not that much of a disadvantage, and these magic wands just fill up left and right. Like, I've seen magic wand used 3 different times in a fight and still be full by the end of it by Solo, and he just keeps on moving around with these urn charges, and yeah, certainly gets a lot of souls. So, yeah, they go in for the top lane. This is going to be the final nail hammered into the coffin. It's going to be an Ice Blast attempt to defend.
They might be able to get a kill or two here if Mag gets caught by an arrow, but no, he's got BKB. Otherwise, he'll just pop that and live. And concussive shot only finding Solo. They'll still continue the siege here. They've got to kill off Mag almost instantly. If they let him BKB, this is going to go south quickly. Art style running out Mata. He swapped in. That's a confirmed death. Art style down as Dubas leaps out to safety. Mag now chasing in, backing out. Silent. Oh, he'll be static link for his trouble. Now held in place under the tower. Cold Feet will follow this up, and he'll go down without getting to BKB. Dread gets aggressive now, but Grip from long range as Mag will turn. Think about a plink or two. Stun to follow this up. They need more damage. Dread's still alive. He sticks. He lives.
Oh.
And Solo will be forced back. Resolution up into the fight. Now always want to fly blinking in while the puck gets thrown up in the air by a Yule Scepter. Solo continuing to work on the tower, then blinking in, thinking about heroes. But there's no heroes that direction, Solo. They're straight ahead, my friend. And Dubas obliges, offers himself up on a silver platter. At long last, HR. They tap out. It concludes a 70 kill game in 28 minutes. 2.5 kills per minute. Absolute insanity right here in Starladder Europe.
Where else, man? Where else? But this reminds me of one of those games where, like, the teams have a conflicted schedule and they only have, like, 25 minutes to play a game. So they just bum rush everything, roach towers, and the ensuing chaos is just mad kills. But no, this is a casual game. They had an hour and 15 minutes plus to play this out, and they're just like, no, we're doing it now. We're doing it this way, and oh, man, was it a treat to watch.
Nothing more to say. Russian Dota at its finest. Empire prevailed. They're 3-2. Guys, we'll be back for our final match. Na'Vi versus Empire. We've got some time before that, though. Do you know how long it is, Blaze? It's like 45 minutes or something?
Just about, yeah.
Yeah, around 45 minutes, guys. We'll come back for the final match of today's Starladder Europe action. You're watching Beyond the Summit, and I don't know what the hell's going on with my life. I'll see you soon.